Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Karis, and welcome to Unknown 9 Awakening. This game comes to us from Reflector Entertainment and published under the Bandai Namco name. There was apparently some controversy around the development of this game because it was supposedly heavily influenced by a little consulting firm known as Sweet Baby Incorporated. And we're going to actually take a look at it. It stars Anya Chaylotra. Ah, yes, there has been an update in the time that I've had this game. I'm not interested in that. This stars Anya Chaylotra, who was made famous for the Witcher series, which, take it or leave it. I thought she did an alright job in that show. But yes, we're going to go start right from the beginning. But first, we're going to take a look at the settings, which I always appreciate. Settings are pretty acceptable. We got a lot of options here. I like when there's more options than typically what I want. You can get rid of things like motion blur, you got some frame limiting, you got the usual view distance and visual effects, audio settings, which I've gone through and adjusted. And this part, I like that more games are doing this kind of thing of adding colorblind in for those of us who actually need it. But we don't need to change any of that. We're going to go right in. Yes, I did do a little bit of testing just to see how the frame rate was on this. I'm going to go normal. Let's see what it's all about.
In the time before time, all was one and unchanging. Then, in a thunderous flash, there came motion. Birth and death and rebirth in a perpetual dance. And thus were born the cycles. The spin of the earth, the passing of the seasons, birth and death, again and again. But life is compelled to transcend, and so man came to ascend. We grew and learned, raising countless civilizations and reaching heights the likes of which today we can only dream. But the power that these civilizations achieved also brought with it the seeds of their downfall. Blown to dust, each in turn leaving nothing in their stead but the motion that would give rise to the next. Birth and death, again and again. The Sahib, a civilization lost long ago to the dust, saw the coming of their own destruction, and though they could not prevent it, they sought to break the cycles. 9 among them were chosen, and shielded from death that they might serve as protectors of the Sahin legacy. Shepherds to a reborn humanity. But such matters are never simple. The cycles have endured, and so have the Unknown 9 continued their fight against them. And once again, the wheel is turning.
Right. Well, they get that information out of the way. I appreciate that. So this is us. What is this? I don't know where we are. We're supposed to follow this person? I can't jump, can't run. Ah. Some Inception designs. With a little bit of Salvador Dali. like the design of the world so far. Is this how things are always going to be? I can't run anymore. Is that a face? I don't know what that is. Oh boy. Hey, it was all a dream. Yeah, you look much better there. That high contrast setting doesn't suit you.
Are the accommodations to your satisfaction? Come on,
5
get
star.
out.
Rika, let me
What were my exact instructions?
stay at the house.
Now that sounds simple enough.
And
what
bake
did you say,
cookies.
Haruna? Looking where he shouldn't be.
Vincent,
Yes. Vincent.
Okay. Only jump when we're allowed to. The white
Mind your
surf.
footing.
I'm not a child anymore.
You're a reckless
White
young
surfaces of
woman. You leverage
interactions.
your recklessness, yes. But I never know when you allow yourself to be ruled by it, even when I should.
Rika, I won't say I told you so.
There is always a path for those willing to find it.
A lot of games, well, not a lot, but more games have started doing this sort of thing. Let's do a quick time event through a slitted rock. Jedi Fallen Order, Hellblade,
Come, we need
now
to hurry.
Unknown 9.
Who is Vincent?
A talented young quester. Someone who I
It
had
does
hoped
add
to
some
be a
interesting
guiding light.
dynamic to
It turns out I
a
was
level
mistaken.
change.
You called him a pupil.
Did I?
What are we doing here? We get our first stuff.
Your shade braces.
Show me you're ready to wield them.
Rika,
It is
Thank
Tutorial
you.
Town.
Turn your thoughts inward and focus on your shade, like I taught you. Do you feel it?
I do.
Your shade represents your deepest essence. It is a bridge between this world and the other.
The fold.
Yes. Your shade draws
Not to be
out
confused with
directly
the
from
Force.
fold. Now try channeling that energy into the braces.
Ah, I can do things. And kaboosh.
I did it!
Good.
We did a
New about
thing.
braces.
It's difficult to put into words. You'd expect it to feel like reaching out across the distance and crushing those stones. But it was like there was no distance to bridge, and the stones didn't feel separate.
Separation
It's a fair
is but an
description of the
illusion, albeit
Force.
persistent.
What do you intend to do when you catch up to Vincent?
That depends entirely upon Vincent.
I'm curious who this Vincent is.
We need to drop onto that ledge.
That's a good drop. Can you make it?
Do I seem that old to you?
Not old, just older. You're the oldest person I know.
Perhaps I
Oh,
am.
what was that?
Even so, you
Siege
should
drop.
get out to know
Okay.
more people.
Sneaking into enemy bases. This can only lead to one Whoop. Spoke too soon. Oh.
What do we have here?
Nothing, just the Easter Bunny.
Are you all right, child?
In theory.
I've been better.
Hold him back. I will find my way down to you.
Oh, he's got a glowy stick. Is this our first training? Let's try that again.
You're going down!
What?
More where that came from.
I need to see how that really works. Oh, you have a delayed wind-up. Okay. Oh, destruction. I like that. Neither should you. So it's not the wind-up, it's the sudden charge of energy that you listen for. Okay.
Making a lot more if you helped.
Now, however would you grow if I did that? I see
Milk.
Vincent's men are...
Taking a nap.
Don't be complacent. These aren't bullies from your
Tell
childhood.
them that.
They may dress differently, but they certainly fall the same. Besides, we have a distinct advantage over them.
These men might not share our connection to the fold, but they outnumber us by a wide margin. And our talents can be emulated.
Okay, I need to speak a little bit
mimicked by
on
devices. You will find our
Anya's
foes are far
character.
from helpless.
That's not quite what Anya looks like, but they were going for a very, I guess, simplified
What did you mean
Indian
earlier
character.
When you said Vincent and the Saheen run parallel paths.
They're
Oh, I can
bound for where
sprint now.
hubris
Cool.
always leads people. They're led by self-righteousness.
I can think of words.
So this is going to be like
Can you now?
Bionic Commando
In
from
my
2009,
experience,
where
the greatest
all of
harm
my
often
abilities are
comes from the
slowly
best
unlocked over time, I'm
intentions.
guessing.
What is that?
An incoming storm. We must hurry.
Ooh, weather. I like that. Let me run.
We can use that tall grass to stay out of sight.
I would hope so.
When there isn't a path to be found,
We've
Make
lost
it.
contact with Arlene's group. The storm might be interfering with the signal.
Stealth.
Request
No bling.
You
Oop.
backtrack and establish visual contact.
On it. Great.
I have to hit enter. Or just
don't
mouse.
rush in. Wait for their suspicion to pass.
How long do we wait for?
For once, you are listening to me.
You didn't say anything.
You said
You
follow
just
my
like
instructions to
went.
the letter, so I did.
Oh,
So you did indeed.
my
And it
bracers
makes both
are
of our lives easier,
night
does it not?
activated.
Sometimes, all you need is a nudge. Focus on your shade. Channel your energy into the braces like you have learned. Then, visualize your opponent and unleash that energy.
I.e. force push?
On your first try. Impressive.
Told you you wouldn't regret it.
Your progress is impressively clear.
Come on it.
You're going down.
You first.
You can easily handle those two.
Be mindful of your surroundings.
Well, that's interesting. It automatically crouches me.
You learn to recognize the opportunities that surround you. Leverage them to your advantage.
Come on out. You want to talk?
Not really. Boring conversation anyway. What is this? Ah. Quick time events. Some decent camera movement.
You end up getting word from the water convoy.
They sound close, but I can't see them.
Because they're right there.
Find that damn convoy or you'll be telling Mila
Deal
how
with
you
him
lost this expedition's
discreetly.
entire supply of fresh water.
How? Oh. Just yank his
Cast
soul
your
from his
mind.
body.
Focus inward and peek into the fold.
I can wall hack.
The fold. What is it really?
It has been called many things. the spirit realm. the
Devil's
divine
juice,
sphere,
potion,
the inner world.
magic? Black magic, there we go.
Times endless possibilities, but no one, not even the Saheen, could do more than guess at its true nature.
Equipment be damned. Send out a general recall.
I wonder if I took one of them out in mid-conversation, it would trigger the other. Yoink!
Hey, where's Abel?
Did you ask Kane?
Abel! I swear, if you're asleep somewhere...
Can you handle those two?
Be mindful of your surroundings. I think I've got it.
Anya's voice is just a little jarring. Whoops.
What are we looking for anyway?
Don't let your guard down.
Sucks to be you. Oh. So you decided to join, huh?
Gonna put your life. You won't
Oh.
stop us.
What? Didn't react in time. Whoa. It's a shocking situation. Guess I did walk into that one.
Those exploding canisters weren't exactly subtle. We should expect trouble.
Hands up. Quickly go.
Your hammer's
How
not
many
even
more?
pulled back. You're fine.
There's just the two of us. We're lost. Looking for shelter from the incoming swarm.
Yeah, and I'm just... Hold.
Do you have some Taco Bell, sir?
Stay still, Haruna.
Force can influence the weak-minded? Yep.
Quickly! He will not be days long.
We're having some fun now. What? They shoot? I don't think so. No shooty shooty.
You stepped into him.
I did. How are you feeling about it?
You've never actually shown me
Nice
before.
gramophone.
It's strange.
There. That discomfort. Hold on to that as tight as you can. It will keep you human. It is no small thing to grip the reins of another's shade. But there are times where it's necessary.
The people you step into, what happens to them?
Their shade is temporarily pushed out into the fold.
But just temporarily, right? Rekka? Has anyone not been able to return to their body?
It depends on the skill of the stepper. The shade who loses the tether to their body becomes lost, becomes a rifter. The fold is littered with them.
Rifters?
Wow.
Are they
You just
dangerous?
yeet
The
their
longer a
soul
rifter
out.
remains in the fold, the more it
And if you're
loses
not
touch with the
careful, they're
human it once
gone.
was. In the end,
Damn.
the only thing that remains is a blind desire to find a host body.
That's Rekka. What is that?
A fold anomaly. Anomalies are pockets of knowledge trapped in the surface fold. They can be used to learn new skills.
So, residual energy. Storm seemed...
God.
Well, maybe not.
That storm destroyed so much.
And
Okay, it
yet
is
you
subsiding.
passed through it.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
What is this place?
Cursed ground.
You will have to stay here.
But I...
You promised to follow my instructions.
To the
Do you remember what I told you when I gave you this? Don't mind them. Do you remember?
Don't sell it on
He
Etsy.
told me that is a symbol of family.
Of being part of something larger than yourself.
They can't break family.
Micah, what's going on?
Someone is rapping on a door that should never been opened.
No, you didn't put no solicitation up.
Remember what I taught you. I'm always here.
Facial animations are a little hit and miss. Sometimes they're pretty good. Other times, not so much.
What are you doing, Vincent? Has the society finally given in to you?
Haven't you heard? The Leap Year Society is dead. Surely you felt it. We are the Ascendants.
So you've won. And you have this army, all these trinkets, and a whole world of questers at your disposal. And it's not enough. You still have to come here. And for what? A little bit of power?
Is that what you think this is?
That's what your
A
jacket
power
says.
grab? You of all people should be able to see. This is about so much more than power.
What you've seen has changed you, Vincent.
Oh, hi, Muscle.
I can see it in your eyes.
It has opened my eyes.
Oh, you are the smartest of all of them, and still you don't understand.
I understand more than you realize. The cycle is starting again. Our world is dying. The suffering will be so immense it will corrode the very fiber of being.
There's a better path, Vincent.
How many millennia has that path failed? How many more times must we endure the vanity of the Nine? I know you understand me. I know you've asked yourself this very question. I know who you are.
Then you know why I've come.
Of course. You've come because I knew just what to do to bring you here. Now, we can't do this the easy way. Or
The hard way.
Such wasted potential.
What are you
But I
gonna do,
suppose
Rekka?
this is how the world turns. All right then.
Oh, into the muscle. What is that? Containment field? It didn't stop her. Oh, I had to conjure another one.
No! Stop!
What is this?
Rekka!
He has power too?
run.
No. Oh, okay, I guess we are running. And that's it, I guess. We're just running for now. I'll be seeing you again, Vincent. Count on it. 4 years. Oh. Not a great year for some people. Can I help you?
Butler Brown.
Shit coming right up.
You've been asking a lot of busy questions, haven't you? About the Ascendants.
I heard Vincent Lictor is in town.
Is that so?
And did you hear that it's my job to keep nosy rabble like you from troubling him while he's here?
Is there a problem?
Well, that depends. Man like you, ear to the ground, you might as well have middleman written across your face.
Now kiss.
Who are you working for?
He's working for me.
Oh, she's an assassin now.
And just who might you be?
Kaiser Soze.
I asked you a question.
I don't answer questions.
You don't know who you're dealing with, do you?
Can I do that again? Yes, I can. Ah, yes.
This is a mistake. These men are reckless.
No, this is a
When I
medium
started
rare
taking work
steak.
for you, I told you I wanted Vincent Lichter. This was the deal.
Revenge is not a deal.
Oh, there's cutscene. No, you just wanted
I
me
should
to
head
look.
for those cargo docks in the distance.
Something about this. It seems like filler. I've been to docks. Doesn't really seem that accurate. Yes.
No, I'm not.
My mistake.
Who's that?
Do you want the ride or not?
Who is this?
Business on the other side? Silent type, huh? I can do that.
There are many out there.
You know, I grew up landlocked, but I always had a thing for the water. Once upon a time, thought I might get a houseboat. Live out on a river just like this one.
Am I about to tell him to shut up?
Here we go. Out in force tonight. Looking for some local girl who's causing a stir.
The animation's jumping a little bit right at
Worry.
the end of each camera scene.
Hey, Skip. These boys look like they want to talk. Shame you don't speak English, right?
Hey, we're looking for a woman.
Aren't we all?
Indian girl, young but dangerous.
I say take out a personal ad. You're bound to find someone to suit you right down to the ground.
Wait a second, you're American! Isn't there a bulletin out for an old Yank too?
Well spotted.
Hey, Tiki karate chutume.
Full speed
Business.
ahead, Skipper. I'd rather pay you than shoot you.
I already like this guy.
Who they calling old?
Where did you learn to shoot like that?
I know my way around a showdown.
New
So,
location.
Where you headed?
Where I'm headed is my business.
Fair enough. I just figured since we're both headed into that dark jungle,
Does the jungle frighten you?
I actually feel quite at home in these parts.
Then
I've
goodbye.
been all over, seen just about any type of place you can think of, but there's something about the jungle. That heat, that steamy air. Where I'm from, you don't sweat like this unless you're having a religious experience.
At home on the water, at home in the jungle.
Oh, I cut myself off.
Look,
Luther Goodwin, at your service.
Look, Luther. I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't need company or a chaperone.
Fair enough.
Because I'm a
Looks like I'll be
strong,
taking the scene.
independent woman.
You know, I never did get your name.
Because
Bye, Luther.
I didn't provide it.
Seeing ya.
Out. Sounds good to me.
Can I take this thing out? I can.
What was that about?
This is about...
Watch
Oh,
out! Where's your courage?
where's your response time?
More where that.
Good night. I guess extension cords weren't an option back at this time. What were you doing with that? I don't know what you're doing, but let's turn it off.
This ain't the way to do things, pal.
It seems reasonable to me.
Don't lose focus, Ascendants.
Yeah, let's take you out. Gun.
Whoa, hey.
What in the name of all that's holy is going on? Give up while you're still
Whoa.
breathing. A winger.
I don't think so. Yeah, that took it out. Okay.
I lived here in my childhood.
That's a good day's walk. But there's a chance I might be able to have that for you.
What?
A shortcut. There's a cave system that cuts through that mountain.
You know this area? My old village?
Nothing sinister, nothing nefarious. A coincidence, I'm sure. You're not the only one with an interesting past, you know.
What's this?
It's called a shortwave radio, so we can keep in touch. You know, in case you want to tag along.
Tag along?
Listen, I'll help you get through those caves. You'll be where you need to be in no time.
And in return, what? You want this Morning Star, then?
Indeed I do. It's lost, sure, but it's no toy. I've seen you handle yourself. Let's just say we increase our respective odds.
We'll see who's tagging along with whom.
I get very John Marston vibes from him. What is this? That was
Now
not in
this
Tutorial Town.
is the impressive part.
This type of architecture, I've seen it before.
You don't say. Looks like our way is barred. Maybe there's a switch
Yeah,
in here somewhere.
I have seen this
People that built
architecture
this,
before.
They used a power source that would look like magic to our modern eyes.
Ambric energy, sometimes called AM.
Now, how does a local ne'er-do-well like yourself know about AM?
I have an interesting past. Remember?
What did you say your name was again?
Happy to remind you. I never did.
We'll need
Exactly.
to work out what powers this door.
I might have a way. This looks promising. There. Now to redirect the beam towards the door.
Oh?
Got it. That should do it. The door should be good now.
B. I think I left off a few inches when I sized you up the first time.
Haruna. My name is Haruna.
Well, it's an honor to finally make your acquaintance, Haruna.
Those symbols covering the walls, you can read them?
In small part, yes. But I don't think there's anyone left alive who can fully decipher Sahin's script.
Maybe.
Nice trinkets you got there. Where'd you get them?
Family heirloom.
Interesting family.
You have no idea.
They ever light up like that before?
No.
Well, I didn't read the
Looks like an
manual.
invitation to me.
What could possibly go wrong?
The game crashes.
Any clue as to what that did?
I might have an idea.
Oh, let's try the new thing. Well, not exactly new. This is what I've been waiting for.
That's come in handy.
You waited this long to allow me to pull. That is an amazing sunrise.
There's my beautiful bangtail.
The morning star. All right, I'll give it to you. It's very majestic.
Vincent's favorite toy. I'm taking it. If you're feeling generous, I could use a hand. Why are you so interested in Vincent, anyhow?
He killed someone I loved.
You know the feeling?
What? You want to tell me that vengeance isn't worth it? How killing him won't bring her back? Go ahead. I've heard it all.
I'm no preacher. That said, Vincent's a real curly wolf. He won't go down easy. No guarantee he'd walk away.
It's a debt. A life for her life, his or mine. Either way, the account gets settled. You can get me to Vincent.
Okay.
You stick with me. We're bound to run into that flannel-mouthed bastard. First order of business. We need that ship.
Check your code.
See that mooring?
Interesting transition.
A few of those are holding the airship down. We'll have to release them.
Simple enough.
Seen those words on plenty of tombstones. Just be ready to think on your feet.
Attention, excavation personnel. A reminder, you must register new items with your direct supervisor.
God damn it.
That's an order.
You didn't register your
I'm a
items?
savage.
She a friend of yours?
She's 5.5 feet of Serbian hell. You see her? Take my advice. Steer clear.
Nope.
A woman after my own heart.
Those lines are free. It's gonna start drifting. One of us will have to go up top there and take control.
I'll do it. I can't risk you jetting off and leaving me in Hornet's Nest. No offense.
Trust is a wonderful thing. Surprise is probably our best option, so I'm
Can I go down this way?
Create two fronts.
Nope.
Read my mind. I'll take care of the moorings on the far side. You deal with the two down that way. Meet me under the airship when you're done.
Hold still!
That wind up throws me off. No! Bitch, you cunt bastard and a half.
Lucky strike.
I guess.
I would have taken you in alive. You forced my hand. And what do you plan to do with that?
Shoot?
Haruna?
Get on the ship. Move only done in a cutscene.
You may have the Morning Star, but it is a Pyrrhic victory at best. My journal. Keep the girl. I'll find what I need in these pages.
There's not much there, honestly.
Listen, you're after Vincent Lichter, and the Morning Star's his own private ship. Maybe you snoop around, find something useful. I just need to pick up a few of my associates nearby. I'll explain everything then, I promise.
I'll go along for now. But just to be clear, I'm not agreeing to anything beyond that.
All I
You
ask
never
is
did.
to give me the benefit of the doubt. Oh, one more thing. This ship's equipped with 5 transponders.
Transponders?
Beacons. The Ascendants use them to track the Morning Star.
And you want me to disable them?
Well, someone's got to keep a hand on the wheel.
And how do I find these devices?
Their signal will interfere with your portable radio. You'll hear static when they're near.
How do you know all this?
That logistics partner I mentioned earlier, she's real thorough.
I have a feeling it turns
First
out
one's
he
easy. Should be somewhere in the cockpit.
I have a feeling he designed this ship.
What have we here? Static. Transponder. That's 1. 4 more. That's all of them. Now to check back with Luther.
Come on, we gotta keep moving.
I took care of the transponders.
Perfect timing, too. We're coming up on our destination.
Good to
Who's
see you,
this?
Luther.
Mara. George.
Not Jade.
Looking forward to one of your famous old fashions. Astrid. Cockpit's that way. Amina. Fortunato.
Who's this gang of misfits?
I knew you'd pull it off. Hello.
Right, Haruna, this is Bukra. That logistics partner I mentioned. Bukra, meet Haruna.
Enchanté. May I have a word?
Look, I'm not trying to cause any trouble.
It's no trouble. It's just, Bukra wasn't expecting a guest.
I get it. It's just we had a deal.
A deal?
So we did. Look. Oh, to hell with this. I know who you are.
What are you saying, Luther?
Now, hold on. Just listen.
The plot
Your
thickens.
abilities.
The Ascendants are searching for an amulet. Your amulet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They can't be allowed to have it. We need it. Please. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't life or death.
The amulet is gone.
What do you mean, gone?
I mean, it's gone. I lost it years ago, and even if I hadn't... My journal. It leaked. I have to go.
Reika's alive. Vincent didn't kill her like you figure. They're holding her. But we want to bust her out.
How do you all have this information?
You could help us. Help her.
What is this, a shakedown? Who are you people?
We're the Leap Year Society.
Follow me, and I'll kill you both.
We bet everything on that girl.
I'm not ready to say Uncle quite just yet. Let's stay close. Give her some time.
I sincerely hope you know what you are doing, Luther.
So do I.
So, is this a bad game? No, clearly not. It's a competent game, but it needs some final passes in the editor. There's good world design. I like the details built into it. The destructive environments are pretty on par with something like Dark Souls. If anything, there's probably not enough to do in the world, because you tend to just run past everything that's there, and with no backtracking so far, you miss a lot of the details. Each story character is pretty unique so far, and I like what they bring to the screen. I really like the character of Luther, and I have a feeling we'll be seeing more of him. I think either 3 more months of additional fine-tuning would have helped, or possibly a patch to adjust some script firing for things like cutscene animations, models jerking between camera changes, tone down the crowds a bit. I don't know how much processing that is costing for all those idle animations, but there's no benefit to the story or immersion, so I'd trim it. Also, that weird delay from the QuickTime events where the camera gets handed back to the player. There's a noticeable moment of time where the camera is barely moving, but you as the player can't move yet because you're literally waiting for the game to give back control to you. It's very jarring for me on a technical level. Combat works pretty well. It's not perfect, this is no Arkham Asylum, but it has a theme and I'm fine with it. Some of the timing of the dodging was a little hard to get used to, but I think that could be fixed with just more time spent in the game. Overall, I don't think this deserved the hate that it received from the anti-woke party. This wasn't Trinity secretly being better than Neo. This is about Haruna's story and her drive for revenge. Nico Bellic went down the same path in GTA 4. This game is fine, it needs fixes, but it's playable and has good elements that I like. Those are my thoughts though. Check it out if you want. I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Light off the screen, let's go. Neon lights in a row. Joystick in my hand, playing with my fam. 8-bit beats dropping hard. Just another round in the yard. Lose yourself in the game. Tonight we'll change the frame. Chain gang, give me all.